how efficient everything is in Japan, and the entire time I was just gripping my wallet real hard. And it also kind of made me think about my workflow as well. I want it to be as efficient and also as frictionless as possible. This setup became an extension of me. It's so surreal to travel the world with it. I can't wait to see nature and see the big cube.
Didn't know where I was going. I was literally just following the crowd. I swear I didn't do this on purpose. Oh, look at what the universe has brought me. Who cares about food?
As my past self was clenching my butt and my wallet, let's break down my entire setup while I look through my Japan photos. So I did replace my Tab S9 Plus with this iPad mini, and so far it has been amazing. It just delivers on every category that I needed to perform. So I usually use this for my script. Usually I write it down on my notebook first, and then I fully flesh it out on my notes app, and that's where you can see. This is basically my script right now. I'm looking at it. And so when I'm writing down my ideas, it really just depends on what my feel is during the day. Sometimes I feel like writing them with my Apple Pencil, but at most I usually just use it with my iClever BK08 keyboard, and it has been a really great pair. You can put it essentially inside of your pocket. So both of these things you could put in your pocket. Actually, this whole entire setup can fit in your pocket, and that's if you have like nice cargo shorts and a really sturdy belt to hold everything together. The BK08 also comes with a trackpad that you can navigate without having to bring a separate mouse, which can add to the bulk of everything. With my iPad mini 6, I do have a TomTalk case on it. I like it because it has moving parts. You can remove it magnetically, and also it has a cool little flap that keeps your Apple Pencil nice and safe. I like the whole leather aesthetic of it. I am a huge fan of it. And the most important part of this case is that I can put it in portrait mode, which a lot of iPad mini cases kind of lack. So I consume a lot of media here as well. I like to download a lot of them: Netflix, YouTube, Disney Plus, especially when I'm traveling. And the size of the iPad mini is absolutely perfect for the very tiny tray that is in the economy section. I also do my video calls here on either FaceTime Messenger or Discord. It's easy to bring around. For me, center stage is pretty cool. I actually saw it the other day where I'm talking to my sister, and I was actually pretty far from them. I was probably like 2 meters away from them. Center stage would zoom into my face. Like, what? That's pretty cool. And again, video call for me is very important because my family is scattered around the world, and so I am always on video call, or when I'm abroad, I would always be on video call with friends back home. All right, now this one is something that I never thought that I'd actually get into, but it only just makes sense because recently I did get the Fujifilm X-T3, and I've been loving taking photography. And again, you can see it here in my Japan photos, which I'll be doing right now. I'm going to be editing that. For this one, I usually like using the Apple Pencil. I have the USB-C version of this. I didn't really feel the need to get the fancier ones because I'm mostly just using it for writing. So right now, again, Lightroom is just my best friend. I usually have a recipe on my Fujifilm. Honestly, I still like editing them like a little bit. Connected to my iPad mini is the Uni USB hub. It's kind of chunky, okay? I'll be honest with you, it's a little bit chunky. But for people like me who constantly drop stuff, it's perfect because it's protected and it doesn't run hot. I'm transferring photos, so I want my tech to be legit and reliable. Let me show you my pretty photos from Japan. Next up is going to be the iPhone over here on the left side and the Anchor. So why do I even have this in the first place? It's because, I mean, it's a small screen, so you can't really do multitasking as much, even though you can multitask here. It's not as big of a screen real estate as the iPad Pro or the iPad Air. And so I add another screen here by just using my phone on the Anchor 622 622. It just keeps it charging, and it's a phone stand in itself. Well, if I don't want it to be charging constantly, I can just put a muffed iPhone stand there. So I would have my, let's say I have my script here right now in front of me, and then I would just put tick over here. All my tasks that I have to do, it's gonna be right there. It's gonna keep me locked on. Or if I could put like a Pomodoro timer here while I'm doing my script. Here's one neat little feature that I still have to put here. I have my Insta360 Go here in hand, and I like to actually put the camera pod itself on top. And this is magnetic, so if you just put it on like that, it slaps on really nicely. If I'm like taking a video of myself, like what I'm gonna do now, I like taking POV shots. I also have the AirPods Gen 1 with me. I'm trying to keep everything super small. It's also really handy to have AirPods because you're moving through phone to iPad constantly when I'm listening to music or being on video call. It's super seamless, even for the Gen 1, by the way, but I'm just waiting for this to die out on me so I can get the Gen 2. Okay, so everything here on the table actually fits in this 3-liter Nike ACG ASIN bag. I can't believe that all of that fits in here. Not a huge fan of the roll-up top, to be honest. But there is a saving grace to this. It is waterproof, okay? It's a level of waterproofness that I enjoy, especially living in a tropical country like this. But the top snaps magnetically, so even if you don't roll up the entire top part, you can still do this. Like, it snaps, bend over. If you need to quickly access something, you can just easily do that. It's like a tote bag, you know? So unless I'm like doing cartwheels and shit is not gonna fall off. The bag also has a back pouch, which is super handy, and you can see that it's lined with waterproof material, which I put important documents such as my passport and also my plotter notebook, which we'll be talking about right now, actually. I know it's not tech related, okay? This deserves a video of its own. I'm not exaggerating it, but as someone who has messy thoughts all throughout the day, I can just quietly put all of those thoughts over here, get it from my pocket. A lot of my ideas come from here. Not just ideas, to-do list, time tracker, future wallet, by the way. Again, everything that you have to know about the plotter system, I'll be doing it in the next video, which I'm super stoked to do. So yeah, that is my entire mini tech setup. What is your favorite aspect of this, and what will you add to the setup of mine? Also, are you looking forward to my plotter notebook video? Because I totally am.